Hello everyone.
Artificial intelligence.
We are AI.
It's a chatbot that runs on artificial intelligence.
Or maybe helping your child cheat. Now AI can fake our own voices.
I think this offers more opportunity like most technologies.
Welcome to Iceland. This is my happy place. This is my escape pod. This is how I disconnect from the urban hustle and bustle. This is a sanctuary to really connect with the nature in its purest form. And this time around, I'm actually out here with a couple of friends. We got these 4x4 camper vans and we're gonna set out into nature. But I asked AI to write me a script about a video travel documentary about Iceland in winter. And that's what we're gonna shoot now. Okay, so here's the plan. As we get started, we're actually using a chatbot called ChatGPT for our purpose here to create a sort of like a travel documentary around camper vanning in Iceland. I would just say, write me a script for YouTube travel documentary about Iceland in winter with inspiration. And boom, let it work for a couple of seconds and here it is. That's the script. Is it any good? Okay, so I took this script and derived a shot list that we have to get now together here in Iceland. And there are a couple of shots where I'm a little doubtful if we will actually get them because honestly, there is no snow right now. So here it is asking for a camper van driving along a snow-covered road, pans out, beautiful winter scenery. But right now, you can see there's no snow around. And then it's asking here like this is like Northern Lights, another one, never a given. I've spent time here in winter before for 10 days, not seen them once, so who knows if we can make that actually happen. And then there's another one, I've never seen reindeers here, but it's asking for a herd of reindeers grazing in the meadow. I think I will resort to horses instead, but maybe we'll get lucky. That's what it is traveling in Iceland, and you never know what the adventure will bring. If you have a shot list to get, good luck with that. Alright, now we're on the peak of Vallahnúkur thanks to Midgard Adventures. This is a spot I've been to 2 years ago in summer, but the view now, actually with sun out, is the perfect spot to film some snow-covered mountain. Well, actually that's Katla, that's a glacier, but serene winter scene. So definitely gonna fly the drone now here. We also gotta get some influencer shots just to show that we are fucking epic.
Look at this beast! Hello, monsieur! Woo! Cold 1 to 10?
8, 9.
Oh yeah.
It's
right.
like I don't feel these 3 fingers right now.
Wow. How's your shot?
Yeah, on the shot list it says camper van in front of mountains at sunrise. We just captured that. It was freezing cold again. The wind is just freezing us down to the bones. Well, I think we got some epic footage, especially like running in the lower angle. You see it here in the background, in a little bit of a dip here off the street, and then tracking the car passing by. So we had a wonderful morning here. Like we found this spot right here. Like high five. We can tick this box 15 times right now. It's always worth getting up early in the morning. It feels brutal, but once you're getting the shots, it always is so rewarding. Alright, so I'm pretty sure waterfalls are on every shot list for an Iceland video. So we spent the morning at Seljalandsfoss and here Skagafoss. And between the cold temperatures and the crazy wind, the spray of the waterfalls, another piece of poison for the gear. I was cleaning off my camera with the frozen water drops. If you can, come early as possible so that you don't have to deal with all these tour buses here in the background. It's pretty crazy. But let's go collect more shots on the next location. All right, so we just got that shot that we were looking for. We just had The emotions are certainly overboiling here. We just had dinner, turned around, and we saw that milky little speck in the sky, and we're like, Pierre, it's real. It's real. It's happening. The auroras came out, and we got that shot that the AI wanted us to get, which is the auroras behind the van are flicking around with a mountain range. It's mind-blowing. What do you think?
It's incredible because you see it move, flickering, it's coming back, it's going, it's making crazy shapes, and we're like, oh! And then you turn the camera on it, and then you have the colors, and you're like, what is happening?
We already prepped our beds here now. Time to sleep and get ready for the next day.
Hey bro, cool van. Thank you, man. What kind of van is that?
Oh, it's a VW Crafter converted to camper van. It's a 4x4, man.
Nice. How much is it?
I don't know. It's a rental van.
Can you show me around?
Yeah, come on. Let me take video too. Ah, it's beeping. This is our VW Crafter. It has 4x4 wheel drive, which is great in winter, but also if you want to go off-road in the highlands or so. See that little snorkel thingy there if you go through rivers. Pretty sturdy tires. The inside. Come on in, Pierre. Let's close the door because you always want to maintain the heat. There's a stand heater, so overnight we always let that run so that we don't freeze to death. But you basically have this little kitchen compartment here. We have a bunch of food, a little fridge here. And we have cutlery and whatnot, 2 stoves. This is designed for 5 people. We are 2 with a lot of camera gears. We're pretty cramped already. We kept it authentically untidy. This is the sleeping area and the eating area as well. You can put up this table, but overnight you just like put it down and you put the beds together. In theory, 2 more people can sleep up here, possibly smaller people like kids, and we just use it as a closet. We have also like some drawers here, which we call our gear drawers, where all the camera gear's in. Up front is the cockpit here. The middle seat we actually utilize as charging bay. Am I missing anything, Pierre?
The bathroom.
Yeah, that's outside. So finally we got the snow we were sort of expecting when you come to Iceland in winter, and took right away the opportunity to check another shot off the shot list, which is the camper van driving along a snow-covered road in Iceland. Camera pans out to show the beautiful winter scenery. So we took out the drone. It was really windy. Respect to this Mavic 3 here that was basically flying in that angle. Glad we got that one covered. Alright, so we just got back from our ice cave tour, and on the way back we got the shot that I thought we would never ever get, which is a reindeer herd. As that the AI told us to get a reindeer in front of a snow-covered mountain. Lo and behold, right there they are. Getting some really nice tracking shots. Super stoked, yeah. We can go home now. Rolling. So, as you can see, Iceland can get really windy. Oh my god. So we can't really explore the island today. So instead, let's talk about the gear we're using. And also, if it's that windy, park your car. Don't go on the street. I'm gonna show you some images what we saw yesterday of cars being tipped over. Just park into the wind, ideally behind a building so that you're sheltered and safe. Because this is no joke. It's like 90 miles per hour, 140 kilometers per hour wind gusts. But let's settle down here and talk about the gear that I'm using to shoot this direct travel documentary film here in Iceland. Now let's start out with the drones, because Iceland is one of those countries that you have to explore from an aerial perspective, and drones allow you to do that very easily. And my favorite drone by far is the DJI Mavic 3. Image quality that you can get out of this 5.1K sensor is phenomenal. I use it for both photo and video to capture, for example, the camper van driving. And I also have the DJI Avata with me. Now this is the small FPV drone. Honestly, I've just flown it so far once at a waterfall because it is pretty windy, as you can maybe hear right now. And then I also have a photo camera. This is the Leica Q2. I use this solely to shoot photos. I have it as my everyday point and shoot camera just around my neck, even if I carry the bigger camera, which I will get to in a second. But I'm also shooting on the Sony a7S III, like for all the talking head stuff, most of it. But my A-cam for this trip is the Ronin 4D by DJI. Now this is a pretty interesting camera. It's a cinema camera with a built-in gimbal. It has not only a 3-axis gimbal, but also it has a Z-axis that compensates for up and down movement. It's basically combining DJI's technology that they're really good at, like gimbals, but also the LiDAR technology, the sensor technology that they're using in their drones, as well as subject tracking capabilities, and also image transmission that you can buy separately to, for example, shoot it over to a director's monitor. I really like that it has built-in ND filters. Honestly, that's something that I didn't know that I've been missing that much on my Komodo. What's really good, honestly, is the menu system. Now, what I'm not a big fan of is, first and foremost, the weight. It is pretty heavy. Certainly something to be aware of. To record RAW capabilities, you need to buy a separate license for it to record in ProRes RAW and use their proprietary media, which is also a little bit pricey. Now, at the end of the day, what we really care about as filmmakers is the image quality, and I've been checking out footage throughout the trip, and I've been very impressed. Honestly, I was not expecting the camera to perform that well in terms of dynamic range, in terms of the color reproduction and the ease of grading. Honestly, even if you just slap on a D-Log conversion LUT to Rec 709, the image quality is just crisp and beautiful, and I can't wait to try it out a little bit more. But overall, it was actually a surprisingly good choice to take this out here to Iceland, especially when you walk on uneven ground. That Z-axis helps a lot. All right, a shot of a camp event driving off into the distance. We just covered that one thanks to the professional driving skills of Flo. So we got that shot in an amazing environment here at Eystrahorn, which is this crazy mountain formation right at the ocean. Actually, the ocean is right behind there. Then you have this lake. The script also is asking for a snow, like an ice-covered lake. Sort of we covered that too here in that location. This has been a spot that I've been to and passed by 10 years ago without knowing how amazing it is. I just drove. Then 2 years ago, I was aware of how amazing this spot is, and I wanted to actually fly the FPV drone, but it was way worse than today. I had to scrap that. Finally was able to capture this location and wrap our video. That's actually the last shot. So let's see and check out the final product and see how it turns out. Let's see.
In the land of fire and ice, where winter rules the land, the winds of change will carry us to a new world. In this place, where the world seems to stand still, we find ourselves anew.
With each step we take, we move farther from the world we left behind. We escape the rush of modern life and the chaos that surrounds us. Here, we find peace in the stillness of nature and the gentle hum of the road.
The road is our companion, our guide, our friend. It takes us to places we've never been, shows us things we've never seen. It leads us to the edge of the world and beyond. We are but travelers in this world, wandering through the snow and the ice, seeking the beauty that lies hidden beneath the surface. We are explorers, adventurers, and dreamers, seeking a new path, a new life, a new horizon.
As the sun rises over the frozen landscape, we feel the warmth of hope and the promise of a new day. We stand at the edge of infinity, looking out over the vast expanse of nature's beauty, and we are humbled by its majesty. In this world of ice and snow, we find the warmth of our own souls. We find the courage to face the unknown, the strength to endure the cold, and the wisdom to see the beauty in all things. And as we look up at the stars, we see the universe in all its glory. We feel the weight of our own insignificance, and we are lifted up by the knowledge that we are all but a small part of a greater whole. So let us travel, let us wander, let us explore the world of wonder.
Let us find ourselves in the stillness of nature, and let us be forever changed by the beauty that surrounds us. For in the end, it is not the destination that matters, but the journey itself.
Alright, what do you think about this AI-written documentary about camper vanning in Iceland? Will AI help us or replace us? Let us know down in the comment section what you think about this whole hype around it and what do you think happens to the creative industry. And if you have Iceland on your bucket list, who hasn't, honestly, you should. I totally recommend you doing it in a camper van. It's by far the most mobile way to get around and get to these awesome, awesome places and waterfalls and beautiful, beautiful coastlines. And if you decide to do it, definitely check out my friends over at Happy Campers, because this is a family business. You support the local economy, and they have these fun camper vans. They're just good people. I will leave a link in the description below. But as always, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe to get notified about more content from Iceland and anywhere around the world about camera gear and just travel documentary. I really appreciate your time as always. Have a good morning, have a good night, whenever and wherever you are around this very, 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 very beautiful planet. Bye bye.